What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to share my own personal experience that I actually encountered, and this has changed my life, and I hope it will change your life as well. So for a while I wasn't feeling well. I was suffering from chest pains, and for like 9 months I went to see the doctors, and I did every test you could think about, and all the tests would come back normal. Like everything was normal, there's nothing wrong with me. And the doctors got to a point where they were just like, look, everything is normal with you. We don't even know what could be the cause of the pain. We are at a point where we don't know. And I was so disappointed, because usually when you go to the doctors, you expect them to know what's going on with you. So for me, I got to a point where I was like, you know what, maybe I need to pray. And when I say pray, I mean, I need to start praying. During these 9 months, I was also praying. And I was also even practicing the law of assumption. And when I would practice the law of assumption, I had days where the pain would go away, but then the pain would come back. But for me, at this moment, I had enough. And I was like, I have to get rid of this pain. Like, I don't know how, but I have to pray. Because medically speaking, everything is normal. Then where is this pain coming from? So I started reading the Bible. And when I was reading the Bible, I was reading Matthew in particular. And the first chapters of Matthew, where Jesus was healing people, I realized something. I realized that in some cases when Jesus would heal people, he would ask them if they believe that he can heal them. And some people were actually healed based on their faith. Okay, so I'll give you an example of a woman. It's Matthew chapter 9. There's an example of a woman who had suffered from a discharge of blood for 12 years. And this woman, she had faith that if she touched his garment, Jesus' garment, she will be well. And Jesus healed her after he said, your faith has made you well. So after that, I realized that faith was essential. But this was not something new, because I knew that when you pray, believe you have received, right? I mean, that's how you practice the law of assumption. You have to assume yourself that you already have what you desire. So this was not something new. But I then said to myself, okay, faith is essential, and you really need to believe that Jesus, that God is able to heal you. Let's go to Hebrews to find what faith is. Now, mind you, this is not something new again. But what I discovered when I read this chapter literally changed everything. Now, Hebrews 11, it gives you a definition of what faith is, right? So it says faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen, right? So this is basically the law of assumption. But when you go to Hebrews 11 chapter 6, that is where everything changed for me. It says, and without faith, it is impossible to please him. For whoever would draw near to God must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek him. Whoever would draw near to God must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek him. Now, when I read this, I felt this energy that I never felt before. I felt like, look, when you go to God, when you have that thought of, let me pray, you should believe that God rewards those who seek him. You should believe that whatever troubles that you have, when you seek God, God is going to reward you with what you're seeking. It's a thing, right? So it's like a verse that is in 1 John 5 verse 15. If we know that he hears us in whatever we ask, we know that we have the requests that we have asked of him. This was just basically saying, look, when you go to God asking, you should know that God rewards whatever that you ask. There is no condition. There is no, oh, you should do this first. Oh, the condition is you believing that God rewards you when you seek Him. I don't know, maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but it changed my life because after that, and having read the chapter in Matthew where Jesus was saying, the birds neither sow nor reap, yet God feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? O you of so little faith? And so I realized that the problem is when I was praying, I wasn't going to God knowing that He rewards whatever that I'm seeking. I wasn't going to God knowing that I'm going to get what I'm going to ask. I am going to get it. There's no what if, I am going to get what I am asking for. I am going to get healed. And so after that, I actually read another verse that made it even more powerful for me to actually have that belief that I'm going to be rewarded. I'm going to have what I'm asking for. And this verse is from Romans 8:32. It says, He who did not spare His own Son, but gave Him up for us all, how will He not also with Him graciously give us all things? Wow. God gave up His own Son for us all. Right? John 3:16 says, For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. So if God gave up His Son for us, how can He not give me health? How can He not give you that job? How can you not? These are little things. These are so little things. If He is able to sacrifice His Son for us all, how can you be in pain and suffer when He has made it clear that all things are available? Ask and you shall receive. Right? Which means all things are available for us. All we need to do is to come to Him knowing that He rewards those who seek Him. So after that, when I was praying, I started to claim. I started to pray, receiving, knowing that God has made all things available to me. And it's only up to me to receive. I don't have to go to God to beg as if it's not there, because it's already there and it's already available for me. And all I need to do is to receive it, is to claim it. And I'm telling you, when I prayed like that, I prayed, I think, twice. And I woke up the next day and I had no pain. And I started to do things that I wasn't doing anymore because the chest pain was restricting me to do certain chores. I couldn't lean forward. The pain would become so intense that I would just stop. But after this prayer, I was able to do everything without any pain. The pain just vanished. I hope it will change your life. I really do, because everything has changed for me, even the way I view the world. Why should you be troubled by anything when God constantly reminds us that He is our God, right? He made it clear multiple times in the Old Testament. I am your God, the only God. There is no other God but me. And I think the fact that usually when we pray, we don't have that faith 100% that it's going to be okay, because maybe we don't understand the power of God. We don't. But look around. He created everything that you see, everything in the universe. I actually got to a point where I would say to myself, look, the doctors didn't create you. You were not created by the doctors. God created you, which means God knows every organ, every cell, every gene, everything about you, everything. So if He created me and He knows everything about me, if I am not feeling well, who should I abide in? I should go to the Creator, knowing that He's going to make me healthy. I am His creation, right? I am His creation. He created me. He knows me A to Z. If anyone has the solution to what I may be dealing with, it must be Him. I hope, even if it's one person, I hope this changes something. When you pray, when you ask, just go believing that He exists and that He rewards those who seek Him. And know that everything is already available. So when you pray, don't beg, because it's already there. Just receive it. Open up your arms, surrender to Him, and claim it, because it's already yours. He said, ask and you shall receive, which means it's already there. All you have to do is to ask. You have to know how to ask. And so when you ask Him knowing that you're about to receive, in such a way that your prayer is filled with gratitude, because you already know that as you're seeking Him, you're going to be rewarded. So you just pray, expressing your gratitude for the rewards that you're about to receive. Go try this and apply it, and I hope it changes something. Thank you for watching.